What's your scar?
I have one on,
Is that your story, the toe story?
I laugh. No, I did this in a keynote once, or in a workshop, and one.
Communication breakdown is the biggest key of, people stop talking to each other. But how do you have reached a plateau of that, and that is, whether it's at workplace or a relationship, that is, the communication has become so bad that, you can't see eye to eye. How do you break that ice, because that's struck now, you can't move on to the next stage? How do you manage those kind of situations?
We have to come together, right? Find some common ground, whether that's a common interest, but more often I find it's better through common experience or play. So can you take people out of that context that they're normally in and go do something different? So let's go try golfing, or let's go for a walk. Let's out in nature or something. What's an experience you can use to sort of disrupt the normal patterns? And then it's also finding common ground or having a laugh together. One of my favorite questions that gets people so animated is like, do you have any scars? Do you have any cool injury stories? Because people love to talk about that stuff. They love gore, and when I've pitched this, when I say this question in conferences, when I say it within small groups, then it starts to erupt with like, oh yeah, one time when I was a kid, I dropped the kitchen knife and my toe got cut off. Let me take off my shoe and show you, and so it's kind of, how do you move the conversation outside of that topic for a bit, so we can remember that we are human, we all have toes, whatever that might be, reminding each other of our humanity, and then coming back into that difficult conversation. There is an element though of, again, will. There has to be a willingness to change, a willingness to open. And if people are rusted on and they don't want to change, then that's the internal work or the coaching you'd have to do to get them to open, so that they can even see the possibility of reconciliation.
What's your scar?
I have one on,
Is that your story, the toe story?
I laugh. No, I did this in a keynote once, or in a workshop, and one person's like, my cousin, because if it's not your story, it's someone else's story, and they're like, my cousin was at the beach and he got bit by a shark and like half his tummy was missing, and I always make the joke too that it's physical scars. We don't have time for emotional scars here. We're not therapists. Mine is that I remember when I was a kid, it's sort of my first experience with blood. I was like 3 or 4, and we were playing hide and seek, and I went in behind the couch, put my feet under the couch, and my heel got scraped with a big furniture staple. And I remember pulling it back and being like, whoa, that's coming out of me. This is this hurts and is really gross. Like, what is this? And so it was sort of my first experience with an injury, and I still have the scar today. But of course, as scars go over time, they get lesser and less. So do you have a scar story?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I have, as a little boy, we have 2 sisters with me, and then we had an accident with a scissor. Oh. So we were just, start our school year, putting new covers on the books, and we had a big scissor, and we had an accident, and the scissor cut on my on this part of my palm, and I still have a scar. Stitches. Sorry, this one. Apologies.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I was like, I don't see a scar, but yes.
This one. So I had a big, deep cut in that one, and then there was blood, and I can see it is painful.
Oh, when the fat kind of comes out?
Yeah, so just a bit of deeper cut. I think 5 or 6 stitches were there. But yeah, that's probably a scar from childhood.
Yeah. I just had a thought then too, like speaking of common ground, reminding each other of our humanity, we all bleed red.
Yeah. Yeah. We bleed red for sure, indeed.